fireworks. You know, scattered all across the Gem State are tiny little towns and cities that like to put their own mark on celebrating America's independence. Probably none more famous or infamous than Crouch, where for years the idea was to keep the crazy confined rather than randomly scattered throughout Boise County, the majority of which is covered by the Boise National Forest, and where there are just about 4 people per square mile. But this year, Crouch is actually cracking down on that free-for-all that usually marks its 4th of July celebration. No illegal fireworks allowed this year in Crouch, a response to what has become its reputation, but mostly because of the risk. On a good day, the city of Crouch is home to about 350 people. But for one day of the year, the population explodes to about 5,000. At least it did in years past.
Right here is crazy, right? You had fireworks, bottle rockets, people shooting them at each other, and it was just really...
Right next to a gas station?
Right next to a gas station. I guess it was a lot of fun unless you got hit.
And some did. In fact, when the video from 2016 went viral, it was the mountain town's reputation that was kind of left with a black eye.
If the New York Post are picking it up and advertising that, then yeah, we're getting people from all over.
Which is why the following spring, the Garden Valley Chamber of Commerce opted to outlaw fireworks in the city streets.
We've always tried to get people to be responsible and go to one location where, you know, there's less chance of fire.
The last few years, that location has been the rodeo grounds.
The rodeo grounds was really crazy and fun, but
until now. But then a couple weeks ago, the chamber and city council, after being educated about laws and liability by the local fire chief, they elected to enforce the state's illegal fireworks ban completely.
Now we're talking about why we don't want illegal fireworks because of all these trees around us that can catch on fire.
Did Crouch and Garden Valley just get tired of the reputation, or just get tired of possible danger?
It's the danger more than anything, right? It's the liability. I think if you went and you interviewed any of these business owners, they're going to tell you it's a sigh of relief that the fireworks weren't here.
Hi, ladies.
So we did.
All the activities will be here. The parade goes up the Middle Fork up there, and then the duck race in the river is down here.
Jen Schmidt bought the Crouch Merc a couple of months ago. Yeah, the building with the gas pumps out front.
I'm very surprised this place is still standing. Very surprised. Shooting fireworks at each other in front of the gas pumps.
She's worried the updated 4th of July enforcement might just mean a more random disbursement of Roman candles.
So yes, I think that people have planned to do it. They probably will figure out a way to do it. I want it to be fun, I really do, and I want people to celebrate and have a great time, and I think it's a great experience for the whole community to come together. It's obviously a great source of revenue for our little tiny town. It is going to be $9.54, but also, yeah, it can be easily overwhelmed. We have a small fire department. We have a small, you know, we don't have a sheriff up here normally. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys came in. So to bring that kind of population in where you need lots of help might be very difficult to control.
It's a concern shared by many others who call Crouch home year-round.
Because what happened in the past is folks from the valley would come up here because this is a place they thought they could get away with it.
And they did.
And they did.
But not anymore.
No.
And you want people to know that.
Correct.
So hopefully you do know that. It's not like there won't be a celebration in Crouch for the 4th of July. It just will be an all-day event, starting with a flag raising and a flyover in the morning. The family favorite Soapbox Derby will be back. There's a duck race on the river, as you heard, and there will be a parade. As for those exploding colors, well, the chamber was able to raise enough money to have a professional fireworks show at Wheelmunster Park, which will begin at dusk. So there will be fireworks. They just don't want you to bring your own. By the way, we did speak with the Garden Valley Fire Chief, who told us he has spent the last year educating the locals about the dangers of allowing illegal fireworks, the centralized location or otherwise. He told us he was reluctant to go on camera with us because, as he said, this is a contentious issue still, which begs the question, what's contentious about safety and following the rule of law? I know we just finished highlighting how all the law and order rule followers seem to forget all of that in the name of independence this time of year. But maybe not setting the forest or foothills on fire or drawing blood with a bottle rocket, maybe that's a good thing to get behind. For some reason, freedom, or for some, I should say, freedom might mean you're free to be dumb, but it doesn't have to be. And if appeal to a common sense isn't enough, Craig with the Crouch Chamber of Commerce or Garden Valley Chamber of Commerce, he told us law enforcement will be in town.